Good morning, and thank you for joining us as we honor the Middlesex Middle School class of 2021. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. We will begin today's program with our student speakers. First, we have Pippa Morgan, who will share with you some of her experiences at Middlesex. Pippa, let's get this adjusted right.
Hello. Thank you, Ms. Summers. Hi, my name is Pippa Morgan. I am so grateful to be an 8th grade graduate. It's an experience I will never forget. First, I would like to thank my mom and dad for their support. In 7th grade, I came to Middlesex Middle School for the first time, and oh my, was it different. Everyone greeted me. I felt so happy. I felt like an equal person. I have my differences, and learning can be challenging for me. Everyone at MMS has really gone out of their way to make me the exquisite student I am. I have loved my talks with Miss Summers because she really wants to know what's going on. That's not your typical principal. Thank you to all my teachers, especially Miss Marissa, Miss Bergeron, for helping me modify the learning process so it works best for me. Miss Cruikshank and Miss Young have taught me to be a reading rock star student. Mr. Sylvie has taught me to be funny, and I guess he taught me a little about history too. Mrs. Ostendorf, that Newton law-loving lady, has helped me magnify my love for science. Most importantly, I like to thank the new friends I have now because of MMS. I can't believe that MMS is coming to an end for us. I wish my fellow 8th graders the best as we head to high school, whether that is DHS or elsewhere. But for now, let's have a good summer. Thank you.
Thank you, Pippa. Next, we have Oscar Barton, who is chosen by his team to offer you some thoughts.
Hi, I'm Oscar, and I'm an 8th grader at MMS. So when I was first asked to give this speech, I was thrilled to reflect on these past 3 years at MMS. Many things have happened, from Chelsea Piers trips to Pennsylvania in 6th grade, and even smaller things such as being able to walk and talk with friends each and every day. Going into 6th grade, I was excited for the change. After 6 years in elementary school, the freedom that middle school promised was exhilarating to me. Going from class to class, taking actual tests, and especially having a locker. We became accustomed to the school for the rest of 6th grade, learning its ins and outs, and finally getting adjusted to a new environment. With the many field trips that we went on, it was not only fun to be at school, but also with school with friends. In 7th grade, we were in the middle of our middle school journey. One particular moment I loved from 7th grade was going to Chelsea Piers and playing basketball just for the fun of it. I was lucky enough to have so many teachers in 7th grade that made the daunting and unprecedented times that we saw very fun and immersive. In the middle of March, however, April break came early. We wouldn't have school for 2 weeks. Afterward, we would be learning virtually for 2 weeks, then another 2 weeks, and another, and so forth until we finished 7th grade in early June. We spent the long months of online learning trying in vain to figure out the mechanics of Zoom, pretending to pay attention in class, and doing our best not to drive our parents insane. We lost many things by learning in the COVID pandemic, but we also gained skills that we will carry for the remainder of our lives. Going into 8th grade, half online and half in person, COVID presented many challenges. Constantly switching between a computer and a desk in a classroom meant we also had to change how we learned, and teachers had to switch how they taught. This past year and a half have taught an entire nation and an entire community at MMS how to persevere through adversity and come out on the other side stronger, smarter, and kinder. Many call all of their years in school unforgettable. However, with the community that MMS has presented, along with the hurdles necessary to grow, these past 3 years will most definitely never be forgotten, even though we might want to forget the COVID part. Thank you, and congratulations to the Middlesex Middle School class of 2021.
Thank you, Oscar. There are some people that I need to acknowledge. First, Mary Scalise, our assistant principal. Mary and I meet. Mary and I start our very early every day trying to keep up with any changes that we might need to make for safety of students and teachers. And she is an awesome teammate for me. Second, our 8th grade teachers who are scattered around did a fantastic job in trying to reach each and every student and accommodate a variety of learning needs. Our custodians who continue to make this building clean and safe for all of us. Also here today is a representative from our MPA. The MPA has been a wonderful partner with me this year, trying to keep morale up in both students and teachers. I would have an idea, and then we would make it happen. They presented me yesterday with a beautiful rendering of the Middlesex building, which I will cherish forever. 2 students that I need to recognize. First, for the Superintendent's Award. The Superintendent's Award is presented to a middle school student who instinctively acts in accordance with the district's vision of the graduate. This is not only defined by a passion for learning and achievement, but also by an intuitive sense of empathy and caring. Abby O'Kane was selected as this year's award recipient by her peers and by her teachers. That was not an easy task because the cohorts this year really didn't have much of a chance to interact with one another and get to know one another. After being with Abby for just 1 minute, however, you feel that you have known her all of your life. Her smile just makes you feel so warm, and you know she's listening to everything that you have to say. I know that she starts each day trying to figure out how she can enhance that day for her peers and for her teachers. When I asked her about this, she said, "That's just what we do in my family," so kudos to her parents as well. Abby, it is with great pleasure that I recognize you for the 2021 Superintendent's Award. Even in this most difficult year, you have managed to bring happiness to our school. Thank you.
Thank you for your recognition. I appreciate the support I have received over my years at Middlesex from both teachers and classmates. I really lucked out. My parents taught me that my actions make an impact. Each morning when I wake up and come to school, I try to come with a positive attitude because I know that someone needs a kind word and a smile. This year has affected us in different ways, but we all still have the potential to create a safe school environment for someone else. Thank you.
Lastly, I would like to present the Principal's Award, which we actually established for last year, but we didn't get to award it last year. And I hope that this is a tradition that stays with Middlesex when I leave. The Principal's Award is given to a student who over the course of 3 years has gained an understanding of himself and how he can best navigate middle school. The first time I met Stephen Smith, he'd come into the office as a sixth grader, late for school, nervous about being late for school. I was standing there and suggested that we walk to class together, and thus our friendship began. We talked about inconsequential things, and every time we saw each other in the hallway, we acknowledged one another. I discovered he was a fan of rock and roll, and he was duly impressed when I told him I had attended the last Jimi Hendrix concert. I admired his calm and his ability to roll with things, and he reached out to me at a time when I was most vulnerable personally. Over the years, I have watched Stephen become comfortable with who he is and confident that he has much to offer. Stephen, which side? Stephen, I will miss you, and thank you for being a good friend.
Thank you all.
And now I would like to present the middle school class of 2021.
Good afternoon. I'd like to call up Oscar Barton. Lucy Best. Caitlin Davidson. Will Dwart. Paloma Dudas. Bronwyn Fitzgerald. Keely Fox. Sawyer Jacobs. Gabriel Lee. Brooke Liddell. Kylie Liddell. Jack McGregor. Brian McCarthy. Cameron McElray. Ronan Peak. Laura Phillip. Rajiv Pujara. Marshall Smith. Allison Valji. Lauren Zhang. William Baldwin. Natalie Beach. Sophie Bell. Jake Blythe. Theodore Brown. Charlotte Butler. Lola Burns. Harris Cabana. Callie Comiskey. Keith Davey. Connor DeGraff. John Fay. Max Grandis. Francesca Guspa. Hope Hapgood. Max Mansourian. Max McBride. Sebastian Nunez. Giovanna Terrero. Drew Towell. Jillian Tracy. Lucas Avalos. Stella Bartolotta. Alexandra De Jesus. William Duffy. Bo Hackman. Isabel Hercala. Christian Knapp. Tyler Kopak. Reagan Little. Buck Mahoney. Cassie Moscato. Hope Pierkowski. Caroline Stavelin. Samantha Veeder. Angela Vukdalach. Nicole Yarish. Selena Zhang. Brenna Agarabi. Cooper Anderson. Juliana Bambina. Misha Butler. Taylor Campbell. John Cavoli. Brian Chen. Just gonna wait for the wind to die down a second. Cecilia Cummins. Oliver Chaya. Gardner Ely. Edward Gargano. Godfrey Gelanu. Amanda Glassman. Ridley Gould. Charles Imbrogno. Kaylani Kwan. Sam Leff. Miles Lefkowitz. Louis Lehman. Savannah Moore. Rachel Romano. Sophia Ruddy. Ashlyn Stoller. Dylan Weibel. Claire Fullington. Brooke Leone. Jack Nee. Sanvi Panaparetti. Natalie Roche. Julia Ryan. CJ Shore. Yashika Sharma. Sam Silsby. Natalie Solis. Amelia Turner. Arjun Beja. Lauren Valji. Emma Van Loan. Matthew Walton. Brady Welsh. Paige Westbrook. Dallas White. And Samuel Willis. The Maroon Teen of 2021.
Well, we made it through this very challenging year. Our administrators, teachers, and staff showed up every day despite their own fears. On the days that these fears became overwhelming, we turned to each other for support, for listening, for talking. But we showed up every day to provide focus and a sense of hope for our students. Children are very complex. When their world is off kilter, so are they. It's easy as educators for us to assess their academic achievement, but it's more difficult for us to determine their social and emotional well-being. Our children are hurting. They're recovering, but they're still hurting. My hope is that together, the community can get their world back on kilter. I saw an interview recently with Stephen King. When asked about his mother, he said, "She gave me room to be whatever it was I would become." And I thought to myself, what a wonderful gift. A gift we as parents and educators should give to every child. But it is not a gift that can be given without support, without love, without understanding, and without acceptance. As for me, this is my final promotion day at Middlesex. And I can honestly say that when I reflected at the end of every school day, I feel that the decisions I have made over the past 5 years, some popular, some not so popular, some met with hostility, others with praise, have all been made in the best interest of your children. And now let's have a round of applause for the DHS class of 2025. Some logistics, we do have some time for you to collect and mingle with your students and with each other. And thank you for joining us today.